Good evening. I'm Carl Aldinger, and welcome to WACS News. In this broadcast, we'll discuss the new year and upcoming events in Alden. We'll also get some exam tips from our producers and learn more about the upcoming musical, Beauty and the Beast. With the semester coming to an end, most students will now start taking new classes. We asked some teachers about how their courses went and if there are any new classes being offered this year.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jordan, and I am part of WACS News. Today I am in the tech wing to interview Mr. Egging, teacher of the new course, Basic Electricity, and Ethan Brown, a student who's taking the course.
The Basic Electricity class is primarily a fundamentals of how electricity works, the way that we use it in residential structures, as well as a brief introduction into digital electricity. So far, everything's going pretty good. As it is a new class, there's always a little bit of hiccups, but so far everybody's learning a lot. The students seem to be fairly engaged and learning a tremendous amount from the class. So far, the kids have done multiple projects where they had to wire up outlets and switches and lights just as if they were in their own home. They've also done some soldering activities with circuitry, small chips, resistors, etc.
It's a good class. I mean, he tells us a lot about like electrical stuff, and it helps us figure out what we want to do for college, and it helps us with wiring, learn how to wire, solder, and trades and everything, and we can go into the electrical business. We can eventually work with wiring telephone poles and eventually like outlet boxes and fuse boxes and all that. So, I mean, it'll help us in the future, so it's a good class.
With the new year starting up, we asked some students and teachers what their resolutions were and how they were going. Now let's go to Ann and Peyton for more on that.
What is your New Year's resolution?
I think this year it's kind of like everybody else's. Try to eat better, be healthy, and just have a better outlook on life.
I would like to spend more time with my family. Thank you.
Thank you.
My New Year's resolution for 2017 is to become more physically active during the winter and lose some weight for the spring.
Okay, what's your New Year's resolution?
To be a little more like my role model, I think.
Who's your role model?
Actually, I have a picture right here.
Well, for this year, I sat down, put a lot of thought in my New Year's resolution, and I came up with a couple ideas. Spend more time in the gym. I don't think I spend enough time in the gym as it is now. And to find a significant other. I'm looking for a wife, someone to be that future Miss Carl. So I think my New Year's resolution is getting buff and finding Miss Carl.
What was your New Year's resolution?
For me, probably less headaches and to be less sick.
All right, good one.
Just to be nicer.
Good one.
Just do good in school.
Stop eating McDonald's.
No.
My New Year's resolution is to
getting all my schoolwork done.
To lose weight.
Good job. Thank you. Did you have a New Year's resolution?
No.
participate more in school functions.
To be happy.
My New Year's resolution is to eat more food and fix my slur.
New year, new me, and to be like Peyton Salasko.
Yeah. That just made my day, thank you.
This past weekend, some of the members of Alden's Theater Club went to the annual NISTE Student Conference. I interviewed attendee Brooke Meyer for more details.
The annual NISTE Conference, which stands for the New York State Theater Education Association, took place last weekend on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. 13 Alden students made the 6-hour trip down to Callicoon, New York and the Catskills to participate in the activities. The weekend included 5 theater workshops for each student, including various technical, acting, dancing, improv, directing, auditioning, and writing classes and other courses as well. Time to spend doing other activities included snow tubing, swimming, bowling, obstacle courses, bounce houses, and more. Alden's own Brooke Meyer, one of the students who went to the student conference, recognized the value of the skills developed in the workshops, especially since the students can bring back and apply what they learned to their own school. In Alden's productions, the cast and crew can clearly be seen growing together as a family, but due to the lack of time at the conference, not as close of bonds were developed with students from other schools. However, some connections were made with the other students.
So basically all the interaction was during the workshops because you're by yourself, you're usually not with people from your school. So it was kind of awkward at first because no one really knew each other and you had to kind of step out of your comfort zone. but we would do icebreakers and stuff, and we did a lot of partner stuff I found, and you just start talking to people, and you kind of made friends, but you were only with them for like an hour and a half, so you didn't really have like a huge connection and worked. I'm sure if you took like a dance class or something, you had like a connection with.
Overall, the NISTE conference was successful. The students had a great time, and Alden is looking forward to the conference next year when many new students will be able to go. Reporting from WACS News, I'm Carl Aldinger.
Now we'll take a short break. Coming up, we have more information on the status of the musical and a brunch event themed around the musical itself. Stay tuned. The upcoming Winterfest on February 4th includes a Be Our Guest brunch featuring the cast of Beauty and the Beast, which is just a part of many activities there. Now to Paige Nab for more.
In an effort to learn more about the upcoming Be Our Guest brunch that will help to promote the upcoming production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, we caught up with some cast members to hear what they had to say.
I think that it is really going to allow the kids of the community to want to be a part of the show and want to see the show, and being able for them to see the characters is really going to be cool for them.
I think it's cool also because it invites the adults as well, because you don't have to do activities, you can just get some good food.
I think it's going to definitely reel in a lot of money. I know that there's different levels of pricing depending on what activities or brunches you want to have, so I think that's definitely going to benefit our show and the theater department as a whole.
The Be Our Guest brunch will take place on Saturday, February 4th from 9 to 2 or until supplies last. And be sure to get your tickets to the musical, which runs from February 9th through the 11th, right here at the Wilson R. Conrad Memorial Auditorium.
Speaking of the musical, the show will be shown on February 9th, 10th, and 11th. Now to Hannah.
Good. I know this isn't the first Disney production Alden has done. I know they've tackled Aladdin and Tarzan so far. So, how do you think your cast is handling another Disney production?
I actually think they're doing pretty well. Disney is kind of difficult because everyone knows the movie, so they have an expectation already. So I think it's kind of good though at the same time because they can watch the movie, but it's also very different. Our stage performance being musical is very different from the movie. So there's different songs, there's different things that we get to add in and out. So I think it's good. I know that we did Tarzan last year, so having another Disney, but I think it's a good thing because we didn't really know how to top Tarzan last year, and I think Beauty and the Beast is a good way to kind of keep that momentum going that we had last year.
I know Tarzan got the whole news and attention and everything. Do you feel everyone will react the same to another Disney production? Do you think you'll get as many people?
I hope so.
As good as the turnout?
I really hope so. We may not have that news coverage like we did this year or last year, but I think with the new Beauty and the Beast coming out, I think it's in March, which was not planned on our part at all. I think that will help us. Plus, we're tying into Winterfest this year by doing a big brunch-in event, which hopefully will bring more people. As they see the characters, they'll get more interested and then come to the show.
Of course. How do you yourself feel about tackling another Disney production?
Well, it was actually a shock when we got these scores. For me, I got 2 scores this year, and usually the show is in 1. So when I opened both of them, I went, wow, this is a lot to learn. But once you get started, it's not as bad as you first think when there's 2 big books in front of you. Yeah. So like I said, the songs are pretty popular, so the kids are kind of already know what they sound like. So it's just going through teaching them the harmonies, fixing a few words here and there. But overall, it's not as overwhelming as you would think, especially when we take the time to do it bit by bit during rehearsals.
Of course. Does your cast enjoy the Disney productions? Do you think they love them opposed to doing anything else?
I think so. I think they do, only because they know them so well. Where if you took a show that isn't as popular, they don't know it as well. So this one, I think that they know. Plus, they did it few years ago when they were in middle school, some of them.
I remember that.
So they kind of have that, and they were kind of teasing I could be Chip again, or I could be a Fork again. Well, they've grown since then, so they're not those characters. So I think they do enjoy it.
That's good. Is the cast adjusting well to this production, going from a Western theme coming to Beauty and the Beast? Are they adjusting good?
They are. It's definitely a switch. We went from Western accents to now different accents or no accents or becoming a fork or a spoon. So it's definitely a little bit different, but I think they are adjusting well, especially with this one having music. That one didn't have any. So it's definitely a change, but they transferred well.
Of course. And finally, do you think the musical and the harmonies, everything is going well along with the dances? Do you think it's all playing out very well for the short time that you guys have right now?
We actually did a lot of our singing learning before Christmas break, so it's actually a little scary when we come back to say, what did they remember? But now that they're on stage, and they actually are pulling it together really well when they add the dancing, because it's a lot to sing and dance and remember where you're going. But I was just in there actually right now, and I was really surprised at what they remembered from before Christmas break to what they're actually singing out there. So it's going really well.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope it plays out well.
Thank you.
I know you've already tackled Aladdin and Tarzan last year. What are your thoughts on another Disney production this year?
Disney shows are exciting and challenging because there's a lot of opportunities to market Disney shows. Everybody knows Disney shows. However, Disney has really strict guidelines for what their shows have to look like. So there's a lot of intricate detail in terms of what the characters are going to look like, what the sets to look like, and we can adapt those characters off of what Disney's expectations are. So it's really great because it attracts kids and young and old, because older people know the same characters in the same show, and that's really exciting. However, there are lots of challenges, and there's a lot of pressure to get it right.
Okay. What's different in this production compared to others you've done?
This show has a lot of moving parts, so it always varies on what the show calls for, but in this situation we have lots of scene changes, lots of back and forth of different scenes, and just a lot of really small, weird moving parts. We have lots of buildings, lots of double-sided things, lots of backdrops and curtains flying in, and there's lots of effects. So with the classic Disney tale of Beauty and the Beast, there's the transformation scene in the beginning and at the end, where the Beast is, of course, the Enchantress casts the spell on the Beast, and then at the end when he's released from the spell. And those all have to be done right as well. And there's the rose and the petals that have to fall, and just all of the things that the characters have to pull off when they're enchanted as well. There's a lot of really challenging things with all those different effects.
And then finally, how is the set building going so far? Is this set more difficult than others you've had? Is it easier?
Again, just like the moving parts as far as set building goes makes that really complicated. We have great volunteers, Tom Northam and TJ Northam, who help us out in the set building area. Basically, I can come up with a crazy vision, and then I rely on their support to come in and help us out as well. But stage crew works every day, late at night, into the weekend. They worked all through Christmas break to try to make this happen. Every day that wasn't a holiday, they were here building and painting and whatnot. But the castle is huge. All the buildings are large. We also have help from the robotics team to make that happen as well. They're going to be working on Maurice's car that drives out on stage. That's kind of a new thing for us. It's remote controlled. And so it's going. It's steady, but we're not out of the woods yet. We have a lot more to catch up on.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
With the school year halfway over, we asked the graduating class about how they plan to spend the rest of their remaining senior year. Here's Peyton Zelasco for more.
Okay, do you have senioritis?
Definitely.
When did it start?
Probably in October.
What made it start?
Going into the Air Force. I'm already set and done with my life pretty much.
Would you say that you have senioritis?
Yes.
How?
I hate school.
Yes. In what way?
I don't want to come to school. Yes, I do, because I'm sick of getting up early every morning and feeling tired.
No, I'm still a hardworking student, looking forward for my future.
Would you say that you have senioritis?
No, because you have to respect your elders here, the teachers, and I think I respect my teachers, my lunch monitors very well.
I mean, I guess.
In what ways?
I mean, pretty much just coasting through the year. I mean, doing most of my stuff.
No.
Why?
Because I'm like so far away from a senior, I don't have to worry about that.
What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
I mean, I felt like skipping today, so yeah.
No.
Are you excited to graduate?
Yeah.
How excited?
No, I'm just excited to get out of here.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most excited.
9.
I'd say you have senioritis.
To be honest, no, I do not, because I don't really take many classes that give a lot of work, so there's nothing really to be senioritis about, you know what I'm saying?
I've had senioritis since I was a freshman.
What's your name?
Steve Johnson.
Would you say that you have senioritis?
Yes, I do. I am taking so many hard classes. It's hard to just get things done at home. I just give up and don't want to do it anymore.
Thanks, Steve.
Most definitely, yes. Because I don't like coming to school. I don't like the people. I just want to get out of here and graduate.
Okay.
Now, with some classes ending, we have some exam tips from our producers, Dylan Keener and Tim Hoy.
I'm Tim Hoy.
And I'm Dylan Keener, and we're your WACS News producers.
With the semester ending, we're here with some tips for the upcoming exams. First things first, make sure you drink plenty of water before and on exam day. Not too much, though.
Being prepared on exam day is key. It's important to bring plenty of pencils. And also pens. Highlighters can help you on the big day, and Sharpies, just in case.
During the exam, mints can help blood flow to the brain. I feel smarter. You want one more?
Make sure you bring a watch so you can time and pace yourself. Dylan, you've been out for 3 days.
Did I miss the exam? Never drink soda on the day of the exam. Tim, it's not what it looks like.
No!
Don't cram the day of the exam.
Thanks for joining us, and good luck on your exams.
We hope you learned something. Back to you, Carl.
There could be some useful information in there heading into exam week, but now let's turn to sports with Tom Bednarski and Kayla Dorenda.
It's that time. Sports time.
It's hunting season. The rifle team is 7-0.
This week the boys basketball team played Springville and lost a close one by only 2 points.
The girls basketball team suffered their first loss in league play to Cleve Hill. The girls have a great shot at bringing home the division title this year, as they're tied for first in their division. Best of luck to the ladies as they continue their success.
Kobe! The boys bowling team, or should I say the Bulldogs, traveled to Tonawanda Bowling Center and competed in the Festival of the Lights tournament. Alden placed 10th out of the 24 teams that attended.
The boys swimming team is also doing well this year. Both Sean and Ryan Mahaney have qualified for sectionals. Let's check the Mahaney cam.
Well, paint me blue and call me babe. That's all for sports this week. Again, I'm Tom Beluga Boy Bednarski.
And I'm Kayla Jill Dirt Dorenda.
Be sure to check out the sports section of our website at wacs.aldenschools.org.
It's time for us to scoot, little newts. Stay tuned and we'll take a short commercial break.
Moving over to the intermediate school, we brought you the information on the retirement of Mrs. Melanie Monticelli, the former intermediate school principal. Mr. John Mikulski is now the new principal, beginning on the first of the year. Abby Brown has more.
The start of the new school year brought a new principal to Alden Intermediate School. I got the chance to sit down with Mr. Mikulski and talk to him about being back in his hometown.
For the last 2.5 years, I've worked as the 7th grade house principal at Clarence Middle School, and I was real happy there. People were great, the kids are great, it's a great school. So I really did not have any plans to not be there this year. But when I saw that there was an opportunity to come back to Alden, I was just really excited to do that. As somebody who grew up in the district and now lives in the district and is a parent of kids in the district, I know what is here, and I was really excited to have the opportunity to be part of that. Absolutely excited to be here. Just having been here only for about a week, I've already seen that the teachers, the staff, the faculty, the kids here are fantastic, and they've been very welcoming of me, and I think that's indicative of the culture here. Being back in Alden is interesting. There's a lot of mixed emotions. You know, when I walk down a hallway now, I'm still seeing glimpses and memories of things when I was here, and now I'm seeing it from a totally different role, and that's really exciting, but it's brought back a lot of memories and that I haven't thought of in a long time.
When asked about the goals for the rest of the school year, Mr. Mikulski had this to say.
So the history of this building is interesting in that up until just this year, the 4th and 5th grade classes had been part of the middle school and the 3rd grade was down in the primary building. So this is really kind of a rebirth year, and that's exciting to have the opportunity to kind of reestablish the building. So my goals for this current school year is really just to see how that rebirth is shaping up and then what I can do to support that. Like I said, I think there's a lot of opportunity when you have a building like the intermediate building that hasn't been together as a grades 3, 4, 5 building for a while. To bring that all back, I think the goal really is just to see how to do that to build a stronger community so that all the teachers and faculty and students feel like they're part of the school.
From WACS News, I'm Abby Brown.
That will wrap it up for us tonight. Thank you for tuning in once again. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube. And check our website for regular updates. Be sure to tune in next week for more Alden news from Alex and Carly. Until then, I'm Carl Aldinger. Good night.